You're with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Let's walk the talk. Streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856.
92.7 and 106 FM.
8 minutes after 9 o'clock. Dumelang, happy Thursday, or is it a happy fake Friday because of the long weekend that's coming up? Welcome to the Clement Manyathela Show. Hello, if you are on YouTube and you're watching us on the 702 YouTube page, I'm waving to you right now. Remember, you can always catch this show on YouTube. You can basically watch me live right now as I talk to you if you're able to. It's very easy. Just go to the 702 YouTube page. If you want to see, just watch us and listen to us at the same time. You can see the guests in studio. You no longer have to wait until after the show for us to post a YouTube video for you to see what really happened in studio with our guests. So you can just watch it live, right? Welcome to the show on this 17th day of April. Great to be back with you here on 702. I hope you're well. I hope you're ready for the long weekend. What are you planning to do, by the way? What are you planning to do this weekend? Are you going to be resting? Are you going to be traveling home? Are you going to Moria if you are a ZCC member? Are you going to the Silo if you are a member of the IPHC church? Is it Silo or the Silo? When I grew up, people who used to go to the IPHC church, they used to say, Reako Silo. We're going to Silo. But apparently it's the Silo. Are we sure it's the Silo? So it's interesting. Because can somebody help us here? Because Zintle now looks surprised. Is it the silo or is it the silo? Sounds like it's how it should be. But when I grew up, I had friends who used to go to the church, and they used to tell me that Reako Silo, we're going to Silo during the Easter holiday. So is it silo or is it Silo? Or maybe you are going to FNB Stadium for a church service. Or you're going on holiday to rest. Or you're just going to be at home resting. What are your plans this Easter weekend? You can call us on 011-883-0702. The WhatsApp line is 072-702-1702. It's also this weekend, the annual School Sports Festival. The schools in Johannesburg North are getting ready to host schools from all over at this annual School Sports Festival. St. George College, St. John's, King Edward, St. Stephen's College, I think as well. They'll be welcoming visitors over this weekend from 16th to the 21st. And I wonder if your child is one of those that are participating. And how involved are you in their sporting activities? Do you go watch them? Are you one of those parents who say, this is the Easter weekend, I just want to rest. I want to focus on myself. You can go do your sports. We'll see you when we come back. And I wonder how intentional you are about your child's participation in sports. Yeah? Do you prefer that they do team sports or they do individual sports? Do you get them to decide themselves, or you decide for them what kind of sport they must get into? And what difference do you notice when a child is in sports? Yeah? Because I've got friends who have got children who do sports, and they often talk about the discipline that they observe, how sports helps with discipline for their children. I don't even want to ask about the expenses, the equipment, the trips, because these friends often tell me about the kids who participate in sports and how much they pay, and I'm always shocked at how much parents spend. And you guys still encourage us to have babies, hey? Yeah, that's quite interesting. Speaking of sports, did you watch Arsenal versus Real Madrid last night? My goodness. History was made. Arsenal beat the best team in the world. Not once, but twice. And I know there's a lot that's been said about the game, right? There's a lot that's been said about Arsenal. And I know about this match more so because my brother also can't stop talking about it because he's the biggest Arsenal fan. He got his child to stay up last night to actually watch the game. Did you watch the game? I mean, I was surprised to see Real Madrid losing like that, given the expectation that many of us had that they were going to win. I mean, Real Madrid is a 15-time winner of the Champions League. Arsenal has been struggling of late. They struggled with winning trophies. And now they're in the semi-finals. And they've never won a Champions League before. Real Madrid has won it 15 times. No other team has won it more than them. They always win, in fact, on second legs. So even if you beat them like Arsenal did on the first leg, they always win on second legs. That's why they call them the masters of historic comebacks. And yet they couldn't win this one last night with their home ground advantage. I think that's a big deal for Arsenal. You've got to give it to the Arsenal coach, Mikel Arteta, a young man who came with his plans, rebuilt the team with young players, and I think it's now paying off. Are you an Arsenal supporter? How do you feel? Are you a Real Madrid fan? How do you feel? Give me a call or send me a WhatsApp voice note. The question we've got to ask ourselves as well as we get closer to May is whether VAT is staying or not. We've heard from political parties and what they hope for. Some of us have tried to explain to these politicians how unrealistic the timelines are to see the removal of VAT before the 1st of May. We've tried to explain how tough it's going to be for Treasury to find alternative additional revenue without the VAT hike. Well, now we've heard from the Finance Minister, Enoch Kotongwana, the man whose responsibility is to come up with an alternative. And guess what? Surprise, surprise. He says he sees no alternative to VAT. He says halting the VAT hike will force government to borrow more. He spoke of the consequences of suspending the VAT hike and how severe they would be. And I said, as I said it even last week, government would be forced to cut expenditure. That is undesirable. Otherwise, government would be forced to increase borrowing. That is undesirable. Both these options carry a significant risk. In fact, listen to what Enoch Kotongwana said when he spoke to the SABC yesterday.
Parliament has said to us, give us 30 days for political parties to make submissions on alternative sources of revenue other than that. Now, we are looking at the proposals that have been submitted by the different parties and are awaiting Parliament to give guidance as to how do we respond to those proposals. It's only then I can tell you whether they make sense or not.
But in hindsight, when you look at them from a glance, just with your left ear, do they make sense? Are some of them workable?
I mean, let me just say, some of them may be workable, but to give effect to them is going to take a while. In other words, some of them may be effective, may be good implementing in the 1st of April next year.
Exactly. It's going to take time. And that's exactly what I've been trying to say when I've interviewed Musi, when I've interviewed Songezo Zip, when I've interviewed Haman Mashaba. Nobody is against what they are pushing for. Of course, we would all like to see the finance minister come back and say, we found other ways. VAT is not coming in on the 1st of May. But we must also be realistic. And I sometimes find that politicians choose not to be realistic, or they choose to pretend as if something is going to happen, even though they know that behind the scenes they're having a completely different conversation. So, are you still hopeful, listening to what the finance minister said? Are you still hopeful that the 1st of May won't come with VAT? Let me know.
Clement Manyathela, streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856
92.7
and 106 FM.
Good morning, Clement. Kisilo. Silo for the who? Silo. Thank you, Pa.
Clement, good morning. So you remember the founder of that church, IPC? It's Ntate Modise. So he's a Sotho speaking. So Silo, it's derived from Sesotho, but then it's silo. If you read it in English, it's silo, and then it's spoken like that, silo. However, if you check most of those of the congregants in there, they could be any other Tswana, other languages, but mainly they will be speaking Sotho. So it's South Sotho, and then it's Silo. You will remember, even in the Bible, there's David. That's in English. But Bible in Sotho ke Dafita. Hidden from Marshalltown.
It is Davita indeed. Alkins, you calling us from Sentin. Are you an Arsenal fan? Good morning.
Good morning, Clement. I'm a diehard Arsenal fan. Yes, no, on behalf of Arsenal, all Arsenal fans around the world, I want to say one thing. The whole world had written us off. Real Madrid is going to beat Arsenal over 2 legs. Arsenal can't win. But I just want to say, did you see all those goals that Arsenal scored?
Yeah.
Some of my people in my WhatsApp groups are saying Arsenal were not scintillating. Madrid did an off game or something like that. But all the goals from Declan Rice, 2 free kicks, Merino's goal, Saka's goal, Martinelli's goal. I'm so excited, Clement. I was making so much noise like a child yesterday. When Martinelli scored the second goal, I couldn't believe it.
Listen, Atkins, I'm not an Arsenal supporter, but I'm happy for you guys. I think you do deserve this win. I'm very impressed with the coach. I mean, it's been a couple of years, and I think it's really paying off the investment that he's been making. So, kudos to you guys, eh? I mean, you beat Real Madrid on the second leg. Whoever thought that would be possible? Yes. Atkins and Senton, thank you. In fact, can we clap for Arsenal, guys? See, we're not jealous here. When Chiefs won last week, when was it, on Monday? Yeah, we celebrated you guys, even though some of us, are not supporters of you. And now Arsenal as well. I'm not even an Arsenal fan, but this was quite an incredible. It was historic what happened last night. So they do deserve some praise.
Clement, I have a 13-year-old boy who is a staunch, diehard fan of Real Madrid. And the past 2 matches that I've played, he's been so heartbroken, and I can't take it for him. You know, yesterday was sick. He was congested with flu and everything, but he stayed up and he watched this match with such anticipation. And they lost, and he was heartbroken, and I was heartbroken for him. So I'm planning a very nice weekend for him, just to lift his spirit up, because I can't.
Oh, mommy's boy. Shame, man. So I'm a terrible person to live with in a house if your favorite team is going to lose, because I am going to rub it off the whole day. Yeah, I'm toxic like that. Like when Kaizer Chiefs loses, I call my brother because I feel like I want to see his face, and I want to remind him, I want to see that, and I want to remind him, you have lost. So I'm one person who's going to irritate you the whole time if you live with me. So the question I have for you guys is, how do you best treat or respond to a loved one in your household who is heartbroken from a match that they have lost? Like in this case, this poor little boy is now heartbroken because he's a big Real Madrid fan. At least mom is taking him away for a weekend just to lift his spirit. What do you guys do? What's the best thing to do? Are you a type that just rubs it off? Or are you more sympathetic than I am? And you, because some people don't even talk to you, hey? I mean, my brother gets so grumpy. I feel for his wife. He gets so grumpy when Arsenal loses or when Kaizer Chiefs loses. I get grumpy as well when I'm watching Formula One or when I'm watching Pirates and Pirates loses. And I would rather go out for a run. I just don't want to sit with people and constantly be reminded of the loss. What's the best thing to do? Do you get them a drink? Do you tell them it's going to be okay? Do you give them a hug? Because sometimes then they start shouting at you. They're taking it out on you. They take it out on you. What do you do? Whether it's tennis, whether it's golf, whether it's Formula One, whether it's football, soccer, How do you deal with people in your household who are heartbroken from a loss? And now they're just so grumpy. Yeah?
Morning, Clement. Maybe you haven't been watching the UEFA Champions League. Eh? Real Madrid this season has been struggling, and Arsenal has been one of the three best teams in terms of performances. So I don't know why you guys are surprised. Maybe you haven't been watching the UEFA Champions League regularly, especially this season. And this season, Madrid is not even the best team in the world. Maybe your PSG, your Liverpool's, yeah.
Yeah, look, there's no question about like the performance of Arsenal lately. I mean, they've been incredible, but I'm just saying that even with Real Madrid, there are many times when Real Madrid plays and they lose the first leg, even in the UEFA Championship. But the minute you have to go to their home, they win. That's what we have seen over the years. That's why I said to you earlier that they call them the masters of historic comebacks, because you can beat them that one time, sure. Oh, but good luck going to their home and winning that match. So the fact that, yes, they've been struggling, but the fact that that has happened now, they were beaten twice by Arsenal, that's still quite a historic move, brother. And I think Arsenal really deserves a huge one for that, a huge praise for that.
Hi, Clement. Hey, Kunzi. It's really painful to be a Madridista this morning. Silale ngenhliziyo ebuhlungu. Isivuka ngenhliziyo ebuhlungu. But obviously the boss must now retire. Our coach, Courtois, our goalkeeper, must retire. Even our director, the big boss at Madrid, he must also retire. Zidane must come back. We need to buy new defenders. Yeah. But what I like about Madrid is that we are champions even in losing. We know how to study the game and learn. We'll come back stronger next year. Thank you.
Yeah, let's hope so. I saw Ancelotti was like, Real Madrid has to play with their heads, their hearts, and their balls. That's what he was saying just a day ago before the match. But yeah, also some people just really have little patience for coaches, eh? Yeah, if you're having a bad season, yeah, soccer fans don't have patience for you. They want you out. Paul, you're calling from Pretoria. How do you deal with people who are heartbroken from losses?
Hi, Clement Kunjan.
Sure, brother.
Paul, Pretoria. Yeah, my wife is a Orlando Pirates supporter in Mekazisha. Just every time Orlando Pirates lose, I make sure Clement Kunjan I make sure that shooting corner, shooting in a house with no Orlando Pirates easily. I make sure, Clement. Yeah?
She's gonna divorce you, Paul. What a terrible husband.
No. Okunye Clement ngifuna ukukusho before ngibeka phasi umtata. Big up to abantu bereka nabo ama-producers wakho asenza sifile more at home masifonela i-702 sithokoza kakhulu nangomuso bangalali.
Oh, that's nice, Paul. Thank you. So no one has ever said that about the producers. Let me translate it. So Paul says he wants to take this opportunity to thank the producers of the show because they make him feel at home every time he calls. So maybe let's clap for them. How? We're always clapping for more pirates. Let's clap for the producers. So no, we need to clap proper. So that's great. That's great to hear, guys. That's great to hear. That's what we want. We want you when you call in to know that you feel at home. We want you to have rapport, even with the people that you speak to before they hand you over to me. So I'm very happy to hear that. Let's wrap up with these WhatsApp voice notes and then get to the headlines.
Morning, Clemza, Mpo here. Clemza, I support both Arsenal and Real Madrid. Arsenal in England and Madrid in Spain. And when they were drawn up together, I was like, I need to make a choice. And I went with the Gunners. I was like, no. I have a feeling here. I'm going with the Gunners. And they did not disappoint, man. Well, Ancelotti said the stadium must be closed. And we told them rice cooks better when it's, when the pot is closed. And we definitely cooked. And it was nice winning.
Good morning, Clement. Yinzimande here from Johannesburg South. We are going to Orlando Stadium, Grace Bible Church, under presiding Bishop Musasono, from tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. We don't have live. Weekend enkulu, Baba. Weekend enkulu. So Saturday, interesting. We will be having a concert featuring Udumi Kokstad. So many artists, and we've got Voshan Mitchell. They'll be recording a live album with our youth choir, Unlimited, with the Spusi Zima. Everybody is welcome. You only pay 150, and that 150 covers tomorrow, that's Friday, Saturday, including the concert, as well as Sunday. Gumnandi Baba. Always keep. We are so ready. We are so excited.
Oh, that's exciting. I like Voshon's music. I didn't know he was in town. Pity I can't catch him this weekend because I'm away. But wow, that's amazing. What are you getting up to this long Easter weekend? Are you going to the Silo/Silo? Are you going to ZCC? Are you going to be with Pastor Bishop Musasono at the FNB Stadium as part of Grace Bible Church? What are you doing? Are you just going to be resting? What are you going to be doing? Give us a call.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
On 702.
24 minutes before 10 o'clock. It's the 702 open line on this 17th day of April. We're getting ready for the long weekend. And I've been asking you what your plans are this weekend. Are you going to be resting? Are you going to church? Are you attending that Voshon Michel's concert? What are you going to be doing this weekend? Are you playing golf? I'm going to be playing some golf this weekend. What are you planning to do? I've also been asking you about that historic match between Arsenal and Real Madrid last night. History was made. Arsenal beating the best team in the world. Well, recently Real Madrid has been struggling, but they still hold the position of the best team in the world. And Arsenal has beaten them not once, but twice. And I've been asking you, how do you deal with people who lose? Because there are so many people who slept with a broken heart last night. There are many people who have woken up with a broken heart. How do you help them mend as a partner, as a lover, as a brother, as a sister, as a mom, as a dad? Yeah? How do you help people who are broken hearted from a game or from a tennis match or from a Formula One race, and they're so heartbroken because their favorite team or driver is lost? Are you there for them, or are you a type like me that is so toxic that you just want them to know and you're laughing at them? You're constantly reminding them of their loss. That's what I've been asking as well. Let's go to your WhatsApps first on 072 702 1702.
Clement, I'm not going anywhere because this time of the year there are a lot of accidents. I was supposed to go to Limpopo, in Tafelkop to be specific. But nope, I will go next week, not now. Scared to die, I'm still young. Taru from Diplov. Danko.
Hi, Clement. We're heading to the bush this weekend, but it's a game reserve in Limpopo. So we're getting on the road early today because we're expecting lots and lots of traffic.
Yeah, guys. How do you try and avoid traffic? because I've always tried to avoid traveling by road on Easter weekends. Either I leave much earlier before everybody gets on the road. What's the best time to travel? Because if you're leaving today, is it already too late? If you're leaving tonight, is it too late? Or if you say wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow, does it actually work? Like whether you're going to KZN or you're driving towards Limpopo or Mpumalanga, does it work when you leave very early in the morning? Because that's also something else I'm considering, because I'm going away this weekend, also going to the bush, but also to play some golf. And I'm just wondering, what's the best time to leave? Huh? Can you help us out? Some of us who are not used to traveling during this time. Is it best to leave tonight? Is it best to leave very early in the morning? And what's early enough to avoid traffic?
Hi, Clement. As usual, I am working. The joys of being a nurse, right? So every holiday falls on my shift. It's more money for me. I would have loved to rest, but then with this economy, we have to work and get. But to everybody that's going away this weekend, drive safely, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, but can we just appreciate you as well as a nurse? Because that's a sacrifice. So thank you. Thank you. Yes, you're making a little extra money, but also it's a sacrifice. You could be spending this time with your family and you're choosing to spend it while working. So we appreciate that because we see the significant contribution you make as nurses. So thanks to you.
Hi, Clement. I will be at Gallagher Estate for our Easter conference with Hope Restoration Ministry, Pastor Matebula. It's jam-packed from the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th. So starting from Thursday night at 6, Gallagher Estate. We've got Takindo as our artist. We have Koli, forgot her surname.
Oh, love Koli.
Great speakers. So it's going to be wonderful.
This is fascinating. Please send my regards to Reverend Matebula for me. Haven't spoken to him in quite a while. Please send my love. Oli Mwango, one of my favorite gospel artists. It looks like at Easter, it's a competition of churches, eh? You've got... Someone sent a message earlier and says, we've got Vashon all the way from the US. Yeah? And then we've got Botaki, we've got Botoli. Churches are really working hard during Easter, eh? So interesting. It's 19 minutes now before 10 o'clock.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Clement, with regards to the game last night, Arsenal's midfield was actually better than Real Madrid. They've got star players like Mbappe, Vinny, Bellingham, but they never showed up over the two legs. So Arsenal played as a team. Real Madrid was playing as individuals. There was a difference over the two legs.
Good morning, Clement. We all know that Arsenal won. They are happy, they are celebrating. But deep down, they know that they can't finish the job. Arsenal, they are always like this every season. They are very promising, but we know that they are not going to win the Champions League, just like they are not going to win the league. So we know they must celebrate beating Madrid, but forget about winning any trophy.
Morning, Abuti Clem. Morning, team. Braebul, Ekai Pinaya Arsenal. We're always busy playing Masanda Wana songs. We are playing Bagania songs. We're playing Kosi songs. Let's play North London music. North London. Congratulations, Arsenal. Percy from Putadichap.
Please, Abel, give us that song. Do it for Percy.
Hey, Clement. How's it going? Hey. No, we are ahead, bro. We are ahead. Yeah, no. I think, our players, they lacked character last night. No commitment, even from the senior players. Like, they just won the game before it even began. So I think the approach was totally wrong. But all the best to Arsenal going forward. I hope they keep the momentum. But yeah, we remain Madrid forever.
Shem, you sound so sad, man. Yeah. Maybe we should play like some music to uplift the spirit of Real Madrid fans, eh? What kind of music can I play for you guys? Something that's going to uplift your spirits, because all the voice notes that have come through, and understandably so, all of you are just so heartbroken and you sound it. And that makes me sad, because, I care about you guys. So you tell me, call me or send me a WhatsApp voice note. Tell the producers what kind of song I can play for you before we wrap up the open line. Just to lift your spirits. Just to lift your spirits a bit. Toombs says, hi Clement. I'm attending the Easter Sports Festival at St. Dunstan's College in Rainfield, Benoni. We're hosting a huge festival with visitors from all over the country, including Zim schools. That's a message there from Happy. Thank you so much for that, Happy. Another one says, Clement, good morning. I'm staying with my son, who is a Chiefs and Arsenal biggest fan. Can you imagine what I am going through because Chiefs is forever losing? I can't even celebrate in this house when Pirates wins. Yo, good rough. Yeah, but your child, Anonymous, is probably the happiest man right now because Chiefs is now heading to the finals at Moses Mabhida. Well, they don't know what's coming for them, obviously, on the 10th of May, because we're going to show them flames. But Chiefs, they're excited. They've got some newfound confidence because they feel like this is the return of Kaizer Chiefs, which it's not. And now Arsenal. So your child is probably the happiest person in the house. Happiest person ever. But we're happy for them. Arsenal has been struggling of late. Chiefs has been struggling in the last decade. So it's good to see them at least happy somehow. Mwaku says, Clement, the best time to leave this weekend if you're going anywhere, I'm traveling to Limpopo. The best time to leave is 3 a.m. The most peaceful drive you'll have. 8 a.m. By 8 a.m. I was at home for breakfast and had the rest of the day to rest my body. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your Easter. That's Dennis in Auckland Park. Okay, so 3 a.m. Is the time to leave from what I'm picking up. A lot of you are saying 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Apparently by 6 a.m., that's already too late. 3 a.m., guys. Sure. It's 14 minutes before 10.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
On 702.
It's 11 minutes now before 10 o'clock. Someone said, yeah, when Chiefs plays, you play a song. When Pirates play, you play a song. Arsenal has won. Can you give us something for Arsenal fans? Well, I hope this works. I hope that takes you back to the stadium last night. Thabo, you're in Joburg. You're a Real Madrid fan. What can we do to uplift your spirits this morning? Because we care about you,
Hi, Clement. How are you?
Good, brother. How are you?
I'm good. There is a song, I think it's in Spain. It says, Aberazato, Yomera Watubera, ciao, ciao, ciao. You know the song? Yeah, that's the song.
Do you think that will uplift your spirits this morning?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, let's try it, Tibos, because we don't want you guys to have a terrible long weekend, eh? We don't. Abel, let's try uplift their spirits.
Una mattina mi sono alzato, oh vela ciao, ciao, ciao. ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellir e seppellire lassù in montagna. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E seppellire lassù in montagna sotto l'ombra di un bel fior.
Okay, I think they feel much better now. And I see some Arsenal fans love the North London Forever song. So I'm glad we can make both of you happy. See? Everybody wins.
Clement, I absolutely agree with you on Real Madrid being the kings of comeback. I'm actually quite shocked that they lost to Arsenal twice in a row. In particular, at the Bernabeu, we all know that they're quite strong there in Europe and know how to win, particularly once they get to the knockout stages. So yeah, it is quite a bit of a shocker. Name is Sandile from Centurion.
Yeah, Sandile, that's the point I was making. When it comes to Bernabeu, well, good luck to you. Real Madrid have always been known for that. You can beat them as much as you do in the first legs. When you get to Bernabeu, you must know that they are going to come back. And they are known to be like that. And the fact that Arsenal was able to beat them the first time, and the second time when, I mean, they were so confident. They said this is going to be a slaughterhouse. Huh? I mean, the jokes they were making about the stadiums and how it must be enclosed, all of that because they know themselves to be that strong. Even their fans know themselves to be that strong in Bernabeu. And yet here we are. So let's not minimize this. This is quite a big moment for Arsenal. It's quite a historic thing. It's quite a historic move.
Good morning, Clement. Tomorrow I'm attending Easter service at God of Our Fathers Ministry. I can't wait to be there. Thank you very much. Peter Maila Machava from Letswatla.
Peter, do you guys also have an artist coming there? Because so many churches have artists. And I wonder, are these I'm asking this and it's a genuine question. Do churches bring in these big artists as a pull factor? Which it's fine as well, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You do want to pull as many people for Christmas Christmas services, for Easter services. You want to do that for your church. But I'm just wondering is that a thing that for Easters, a lot of the churches will go get the biggest artists. So in other words, is this this season for the gospel artists? Because you're going to be performing in church. Churches are always going after the biggest of artists as a pull factor. I wonder, because someone said their church is bringing in Voshon all the way from the US. Another person said earlier, we're bringing in Oli. I mean, those are really big artists, hey?
Hi, Clement. Anonymous here. Hope you are well. Thank you so much for a great show. As for me, Ditsila Bona N1, I'm Mama Volo Moria.
Rea Moria. That's going to be cool. Please be safe on the roads and leave early to avoid traffic. But what's important is for us to be safe because, we know how after Easter we often complain about the carnage on our roads. And I really hope that we're not going to be seeing increasing numbers once again this year. So let's try be vigilant and extra cautious on our roads.
Morning, Clement. With us entrepreneurs, is business as usual. So when people are going to be going to church or going on holidays or resting, spending time with family, I'm going to be working business as usual over the long weekend. And although I don't go to church, I pray that
I sell out this weekend. I pray that I'm so busy they buy all my stock over this long weekend. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. God, please help him sell out his stock this whole weekend. If there are many of you believing in prayer, please pray for this chap. That's his dream. That's his prayer to God this weekend, to sell out his stock. And that's going to be one of my prayer items this weekend from starting today, for God to help this chap sell out his stock. And please come back to us and give us feedback when your stock is sold. Come back on Tuesday when we're back on air and tell us how it went. But I do really seriously pray that God helps you sell out that stock.